are you?
Fine, and how are you?
I'm fine. It's exciting. We're glad to have you. Thank
Thank
you
you so
very
much.
much. Thank you
Thank
for accepting our invitation to the
you.
conference. This is our very first virtual conference. We've been hosting conferences for years. We've been doing conferences for years, for almost 30 years now.
Yes.
And this is the very first one we're going to be having virtually. And we're all excited and looking forward to it.
How do you feel about it? You're excited?
We're excited. Eager to see what it's going to be like. We've had people, from all over the world wanting to, join in. That's why we've taken time to, we change the date so that we can be sure that technically it's good. We're good to go on, so that we'll allow the women to have the experience they're supposed to have. But it's good to have you on board. I'm very excited. I'm honored to have you. For our viewers, I'm just going to say a few things about Eryca so that you can know who she is and what kind of thing she's coming to deliver for us. She's a formidable businesswoman. Eryca is a formidable businesswoman and with expertise in property management strategy. An astute property investor, I love that. Educator and trusted advisor. Eryca is passionate about tangible assets as a means of wealth creation and people building. She believes property and business motivates individuals, help close the confidence gap, develop the right mindset, stay disciplined, and provide opportunities which a lot of women are looking forward to knowing how to key into this, especially in times like this. And from the information I have about you, Forbes magazine described you as one of Africa's finest in your field. So if there's anything I've missed out, tell us about yourself. Just a few sentences, anything different from what I've said?
It's really, really weird to hear somebody else describe myself. And I always say that wherever I speak in the world. I'm just an ordinary girl, ordinary woman that's gone out there to try and make a difference. And I happen to find property, but the other area of my expertise is also beauty. But yes, property is definitely very close.
I've heard a lot about that other part of it. One day you will come and deliver in that area. But right now, for this season, what the Lord has laid on our heart for you to reach out to us on is the area of property. Tell us your experience in that area particularly. In the area of building property portfolio. I know you are someone that do not like publicly declaring your wealth and all that, but we need to know what we're going to get.
Okay, yes. Well, I've been in property nearly 40 years now. I started in the 80s, and I actually started as my father's secretary. My dad was a builder, and he asked for me to come along and type an estimate for him. And I saw at the time that he bought a property, I think it was for about £11,000, £12,000. He painted it and he put it back on the market within 3 months for £16,000. Immediately, I knew that there was something quite formidable in that space and something that I could learn. And that's how I started. I didn't go to college. I didn't go to uni to learn about it. It was an accident that I've lived with, and I enjoy it very much.
And I reckon you are doing very well in it.
Yeah, I try. I mean, there are seasons, but I know my stuff, yeah. I'm very comfortable in the world, yes.
Yeah, that's good. What's your biggest asset?
You know, I get asked this all the time. My biggest asset is me, my brain, and being able to maneuver and calculate what's right at the right moment in time. If you're talking about physical asset, again, it's me. You know, because without me, there isn't anything. And without myself and God, there isn't anything. So it's always making sure that I'm up to date with knowledge and I'm up to date with what people need. Because it's pointless having this comprehensive knowledge and it's not used and it's not needed.
That's good. Would you buy a property at a time like this? Because I remember putting up this topic, and when the planning committee were looking at this and they were saying, is this what we really need for this season? Would you buy property for, don't tell us everything, but just something,
The answer to that is yes. And I'd assume the people in the planning committee, maybe they're not property people, because this is the time. This is the time. Obviously, I've been buying from the 80s, so this will be my third recession. And by the way, the recession hasn't hit yet. All that's hit now is COVID-19, and everybody, I shouldn't undermine, it's quite major what's happened, but the recession is about to hit in about 6 to 8 weeks' time. 6 to 8 weeks' time, when we've become settled and we are a lot clearer with where we're at, and the market will really change.
So this
And
is the
those of us
time to learn.
Yes, so for those of us that are in the know, I would advise you to find somebody and mentor, educate them on whether they want to purchase property now or they just want to get their ducks in a row. But this is the time to actually go out and seek, whether you want to be an investor, a developer, or you just want to own one property, because I'm a great believer in owning your own. And it's best to buy when the market is down, and it's about to come.
So this is a time to learn. So that makes your session quite. What's your retirement plan?
My retirement,
Let me tell you why I'm asking you that, because I know a lot of us, people like me especially, nobody will believe I'm going to be 60. We're not getting younger, and every one of us, a lot of people that are also coming for this conference, they're thinking of that. So what's your retirement plan?
It's my retirement plan. I'm proud to say I've been retired for 40 years. Retirement is a state of mind. I'm like yourself, I'm approaching my 60s. Not too long before I'm 60. So the advantage that I've had is that I've been in property for a very long time, and I've been there in the peaks and the troughs. However, realistically, my retirement plan is to sell off a few properties and just continue to do what I'm doing. I mean, because you reach a retirement age doesn't mean you should stop. It doesn't mean the brain stops working, but you work smarter. So whether it be my daughter, whether it be my nieces, you pass the baton on and you give it to them for them to evolve and grow and oversee. But for me, it's to continue doing what I do now, which is to mentor and educate and empower.
That's good. Thank you very much. Tell us why you believe that. Let me ask you something else. How applicable do you think this session on property management, property advantage in times like this is for now?
Yes, the advantage is knowledge. And with knowledge is applied knowledge. So even if people are not ready to go out and do what they should do, for the next 2-3 years, we're going to hit a major recession. I can't stress that enough. There are various different strategies to acquire property. So it's not necessarily, you don't always have to buy. But you need to, if you want to evolve, you need to be in the space and recognize what's going on. Opportunities come about if you are in the space. But if you're in the space and you haven't got the knowledge, then it's pointless. So it's beyond buying properties that I will show and talk about different strategies that people can actually go about to pursue property and not necessarily own, but control property.
Control property. Yeah. It would be good to learn how you can control property with not much money. We'll be glad to have to understand that better. So what advice will you give the ladies as they get ready to come for this conference, especially those who are looking forward to your session? What advice will you give them generally?
Yeah, I would say to the ladies, it's never too late. It's never too late to learn something new. And I'd like to believe what you learn from me, you can pass it on to somebody else. You can learn a lot more about the lingo, the terminologies within property, and you can realize that you too can do what I do. Yes, I've had the advantage. I've had many years of advantage, but the most important thing is to deal with the fear. Because it's always fear. Fear stops us from doing anything. Deal with the fear and come and acquire the knowledge.
Thank you very much. Okay, let me ask one more question. What do you, if you're going to talk to them, if I'm someone that coming for that session, what do you think, if you want to tell me, what do you think I will gain coming for that session?
Okay, coming to the session, you will learn tangible, applicable, and ways in which you can acquire property. But more importantly, you will understand how the UK works and why certain things happen at certain time and why it's very important. If you don't want to have 10, if you don't want to have 5, if you only just want to have 1 that you live in, I think it's very important to buy property while in the UK. So hopefully when they leave, they will be inspired, they will be motivated, and more importantly, they will be knowledgeable to now know that women too can own property in the UK.
Thank you very much.
Beyond, not just the UK and beyond, because the information
Anyway.
is transferable, yes.
Anyway. Well, viewers, we're looking forward to having a fantastic time, and we know that this is going to enhance a lot of women financially. Thank you very much for your time. Thank you for accepting our invitation. God bless you.
Thank you so much. Thank you.